From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, is it your granny's birthday today, Mo?
95.
95.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Granny or Nana? Which one's
Nana's 92. Yeah. Granny turns 95 today.
So what do you do for 95th birthday?
We're celebrating on Sunday. She got to pick the restaurant. We're going, the whole family, we're all going to the Mandarin.
There we go. That's how you
classic,
do it. That's classic.
Yo,
yeah.
What does Granny have at the Mandarin? What does she like?
She loves those chicken wings that are all like grilled and like, you know, the chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Just say chicken wings.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so she likes chicken wings.
Question. I hope this isn't an overstep. Does Granny still have her teeth or no?
She does.
She does.
Oh, wow.
She still walks. She still lives alone.
Wow.
She still has a huge crush on John Bones Jones.
From the UFC?
UFC?
Yeah. Huge crush.
Yeah. Does she know you got in trouble with the law and like cocaine and all that stuff?
Doesn't matter. He's a hot man.
She don't care.
Come on.
She's 95.
Yeah, what does she care, right?
A little bit of cocaine, whatever. She's 95.
She's probably experienced it all.
Yes.
Back in the day, right?
Yes. She remembers when cocaine first hit.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Let me just try this once.
Yeah.
All right, so Mandarin, chicken wings, John Bones Jones. What do you, 95, incredible life. What do you buy
It's a great
for someone
question.
who turns 95? Has this been a discussion between you and Matthew, your husband?
We were discussing it, and I think, in all honesty, that she would love a framed photo. She's a huge fan of photos. Anytime we go out and we take a picture of something, she asks me if there's a way to print it and frame it.
A framed photo
of her and I, or her with, like, so I printed her when she met Bones Jones and stuff, and I framed it. And if you go to her place, there's just like pictures and frames everywhere.
Why not a picture of you and Matthew with her?
Yeah, we could do that. But I was going to do a collage of like me and her like over the years.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You said you were going to, so you haven't started the project yet.
No, I have not.
Oh.
Bro, today's her birthday, man.
I know, but this day and age, how hard is it to get something printed and framed? You could do it in like an hour.
Yeah, I know, but you've known about this for so long now. You have a brunch on Sunday.
Yeah. I can just go somewhere like Kinko's or something and do it.
Kinko's?
Do they even exist anymore?
What is Kinko's?
Hold on. How far do you have to drive to find a Kinko's, Maurie?
I don't know. Is there not a Kinko's?
Oh my God. Bro, you clearly did not plan.
No,
What
not
is
at all.
Kinko's?
I know what I'm going to wear.
What do you
It's
My
a place,
UFC hoodie.
Maria, it is a place where you could get documents binded to turn into a
Yeah.
book.
Oh, it's so like the Staples?
It used to,
part
of
pretty
FedEx.
much. You know, yes.
Kinko's used to be the place where people didn't have good printers at home, right? And if you ever needed to print something that was larger than a sheet of paper or something, God forbid, you needed it in color, right? You would put your stuff on like a thumb drive and bring it to Kinko's and hand it to a kid who has no real moral code on keeping your stuff private or safe, right? You would just hand off your thumb drive to somebody and then just fill out a form that said, I need this by, I need it, 13 by 24. And if I could get it in 6 days, that would be great. And then 6 days later, you go back and everybody in there has gone through your thumb drive. And then they would give you a tube. Right? And then your stuff would just be in the tube, and then you'd look at the tube and you go, oh, it looks terrible. And they go, we can do it again. We can adjust it. And you're like, okay, cool, do that. And they're like, cool, we'll see you in 5 to 6 days again.
Oh, wow.
And that was how you printed stuff.
February 2004, FedEx bought Kinko's for $2 billion.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because we all had to do that. We all had to go to Kinko's. Anyway, happy birthday, Granny. 95 years old, which is incredible.
That's amazing.
David Maury, what year was Granny born in?
Oh, 95 years ago. Okay, so 1935.
Maria, what year was she born in?
1930.
You
25.
Sure? 25. No, 1930.
Oh, I was right.
No,
Can you go back?
35.
No, you weren't.
1935.
No.
I said 1930.
Yeah, I know. And then you were like 1930, 25.
No, we're going to go with the first option because I said it out loud.
Yeah, Uh-huh.
You said them
Got it
both
right.
out loud.
Yeah, you said them both out loud.
Doesn't matter.
Regardless.
Regardless.
Go with the
Happy
former.
birthday, Granny. Happy birthday, Granny.
Hey.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Podcast.
One time for Dammit Maurie's granny who turned 95 years old the other day. Big up, Granny. We love you. We love you. We love you. Where'd you guys go? You guys went to the Mandarin, right?
We had like a party of 40 people at the Mandarin.
Wow,
Really?
incredible.
That's amazing.
And I know you said Granny's favorite dish to have at Mandarin has always been the chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
How many plates did she end up getting?
I think one because she was mingling the whole time. Like she was like she was the star. She didn't have time to eat.
When you're there and the guest of honor's 95, does she walk up to the buffet by herself, or does somebody fill her plate for her and bring it to her?
She walked herself.
Really?
wow.
Yeah, and she was
Time
walking
for
around
Granny.
talking to people.
Wow.
95 years
She
old.
can use
Yeah.
tongs at 95 still?
It's shocking.
Damn, man. That's so great.
Dammit Maury with his 95-year-old granny.
Granny, 95. What does 95 feel like?
Oh my gosh. Sometimes it feels really, really old. And sometimes I can't believe it. I keep checking back to see if I made a mistake. And I noticed that my balloons, who say 95, but I thought maybe it's really 59. So it feels okay.
Gosh, she's really like with it for 95, man.
I know.
Jesus.
And great follow-up. What is the secret?
What is your secret to a long life?
Well, there is an answer to that, you know.
What do you think she's going to say? What do you think Granny's going to say?
Secret to a lot. I'm going to say
95 years old.
I don't think that Granny, because I don't know her well.
Yeah.
I just know her from the show. I don't think she is going to be a promiscuity and scotch type woman. I think that her
cigarettes and a pack of bacon.
Yeah, I
every
don't
day?
think she's going to be that. I think she's going to be a little bit more humble, a little bit more reserved, and on the sweeter side of things.
The answer is that you just keep on breathing and eventually you get to 95. And outside of that, it's all just good luck.
So good luck at breathing.
It's the best advice ever. Thanks.
At 95, what are your pet peeves? What pisses you off at 95?
It might be my noisy neighbors. Oh, they have parties and they stay up late. And they leave late.
Bro, these are the exact same things that you and Matthew complained about in the condo. Your neighbors.
You wonder why, eh?
Holy.
And they just make a lot of noise. You know what my other pet peeve is? It's when I'm crossing the street. Do you know they have the nerve to honk at me because I don't walk fast enough? And I hear people saying, can you hurry up? Can you hurry up? Can you walk any faster? And that's terrible. I'm 95. I should wear a big sign or something.
I mean, we can tell, right?
How dare you honk at Granny?
How many people are honking at Granny, though,
How
honestly?
dare you?
I think that probably happened about 20 years ago one time. And it was so she's just hanging on to it.
Do you remember the 1940s? What were the 1940s like?
That was the end of World War II, was in 1945. And there was a lot of celebrating in the streets.
What did you do for fun back in the 40s?
Well, for fun, first of all, when we wanted to reach each other, we used the telephone. And so we would get together in somebody's backyard if it was not raining or something. And we just made, with leaves that had fallen or stones, we just made rooms on the grass.
So in the 40s, you played with leaves?
Yes, we played with leaves and we played with stones. That's what we had.
So when you see leaves on the ground, it brings back great memories.
Oh, sure.
Bro, why are you roasting Granny like that? You're probably that same SOB that honks at the poor lady crossing the street, man. Anyway, one time for Granny. Happy birthday, Granny. We love you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Podcast.
Okay,
Wonderful.
Georgina's been on hold for quite a while with a very urgent question for you, Roz.
no.
I'm going to read to you the text that Georgina sent in. Do you wash your underwear after one wear? I'm hoping yes. If so, how can you not wash your jeans after wearing them without underwear? Not okay. Because you've said in the past, Roz, that there have been times where you wear your jeans, you just go commando style.
Love it.
So you don't wash your jeans after going commando?
Okay. So, yes, the first question, yes, I wear underpants once. The next question, do I wash my jeans after going commando in my jeans? Most times when I will go commando, I'm like fresh out of the shower from the gym.
Okay.
Right? And then I will sort of get home and do my thing. Most times, those jeans will go in the laundry. Not all the time, right? But I'm not like, it's fine. They're my jeans. If jeans, like if something smelled or like if I was like doing stuff, like if I go out, right? If I wake up and I throw a pair of jeans on and I don't put underpants on, and that's how I start my day. Right? Like if I go out and have to go to like, I don't know, the grocery store and Home Depot and whatever else, like at the end of the day when I take those jeans off, they're going in the laundry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Just because like, that's ass. Right?
Yeah.
And
it's all day ass.
Yeah. It's like it's all day ass, like in the car and in July ass.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not going to ask, Chum.
Yeah.
Chum's about to applaud.
Yeah. No. So they will then go in. But if I go straight from the shower at the gym to home and then I'm just like hanging out for for a couple hours, like no, I'm not going to wash them. I'll throw them on again.
I can't go commando in jeans, guys.
You can't do it. Have you tried? When's the last time you tried though?
Probably. Was it the time?
Go try right now. Go to the bathroom. We'll wait.
No, I'm not doing it.
Why not? Just go to the bathroom, right?
No, it's going to feel weird.
It doesn't feel weird. It feels glorious. It's freeing.
No, I'm not going to do it.
You're not going to do it.
No.
Why
Rose,
not?
I have a question.
Yeah.
You mentioned if you have jeans on straight from the shower and you don't put underwear on, and you go about your day and you're just hanging out at home, do you then you don't always put those jeans in the laundry. But if it's the same scenario with underwear and you've had a shower and you put the underwear on and you're just hanging out, you're not doing anything, you're not exerting yourself,
okay.
would you put the underwear in the laundry?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Because listen, underpants, like they go in places that jeans don't. Right? Like in the sides, like right. You can bleep this, right?
Yeah.
Like I wear briefs, right? So briefs are like they're tight and they go like the right around, like Yeah, they go like my jeans don't go up like between my thigh and. You know what I mean? Like underpants are a little bit more invasive, right? Than jeans are.
I agree. Cheesecake, have you ever gone commando or you do?
I think going commando in jeans is one of the most diabolical behaviors I've ever heard in my entire life.
It feels like it would be uncomfortable.
It just sounds insane. And then to do so just hanging out at home in jeans?
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it.
You are a
Do you have a
different
Maurie?
breed, my guy.
Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah. Bro, you can't act so disgusted when you wear the exact same pair of undies 7 days straight.
Yeah, but at least there's something between me, and my jeans.
It's
like
called
at least
bacteria.
Maria, I mean, I don't know if it's like inappropriate to ask, but have you ever gone like commando in just jeans?
No. I'm like always wearing underwear.
Yeah.
There's no option.
Well, I mean, but I really like sometimes I'll fold Catherine's. I thought, I picked something up off the floor the other day, and it looked like a hoodie string. Like one of the cats had pulled one of my hoodie strings out, and it was just lying on the floor. And I picked it up, and it was a pair of underpants. Catherine's, right? Like, there's not much.
Yeah, there's not much material on women's.
I was the only one. Was that an
No, I was doing it too.
I can't clap for my bros with my undies.
No, that's not cool, man.
Yo, man.
That's not cool.
Bro code, man.
Yeah, that's not cool. Wow. That's not
so
not
enthusiastic
cool.
too.
Yeah, I know.
What color were they?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, you don't have to answer.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
But I will say I will take a spontaneous clap rather than a look like You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Georgina.
If that didn't look like it was news to you, we'd have a problem.
Hope you got the answer that you were looking for, or a little bit more clarity on the question that you had asked. Thank you very much for hanging out on the Roz and Mocha Show. Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
I got to go with Roz, actually.
Yeah? Even with the commando and the jeans and not necessarily washing them every day?
Just quirky as hell.
All right. Well, love you, Georgina. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Y'all watch White Lotus last night?
Oh. No, don't say none.
To be honest with you, I don't even know if I could spoil it because I couldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
Maury,
can't.
Right? I can't say.
Don't say
so
none.
you're good.
Okay, good.
You're good. But it's yeah. Yeah,
Were you shocked?
I mean, I rewound it because I wasn't sure what I was looking at, and then when I rewound it, I was like, "Oh yeah, that is in fact what I am looking at."
Whoop, there it is.
Yeah, whoop, there it is.
I rewound too.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, when are you going to watch it?
Maybe today.
Today? Okay, cool. Well, let's try and discuss it
no, I
tomorrow. You got to
can't.
watch it today because we're going to talk about it.
I can't today.
Yeah, well, you got it today.
I
Sorry,
can't.
make the time. You're going to have to make the time. Anyway, I got other stuff I got to do here. You're just
Okay.
going to have to make the time.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
So, Mocha, we had said you had not yet seen White Lotus,
Mm-hmm.
and it's now Tuesday. We have to talk about it.
No, come on, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, so without giving any spoilers. Okay, the young...
Well,
Oh my God! What? Holy crap, dude! Why would you say that?
Wow.
Oh,
Okay, no spoilers, though. Okay? No spoilers. No spoilers.
I've never seen this show, and I'm like,
What, intrigued?
I mean,
honestly, I don't know
confused.
why you would do that.
Okay, so here, let me play you a clip. Let me play you a clip. No, it's about what happened after. It's about what happened after. It's cool. There's no spoilers in this. There's no spoilers in this. I promise. Turn my computer. Turn my computer for 1 second. Let me just play you this clip. Okay.
Oh my God.
This is the next day.
What about last night?
That wasn't a... I mean, it wasn't a... What, are you kidding me?
And you
That was a joke.
what part was a joke?
You got...
I didn't
Oh my God.
That never happened. But I don't remember that. I blacked out.
Well, I didn't.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
So
what is
yeah.
happening on this show,
Yeah,
guys?
yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Anyway, so that was no spoilers.
Yeah, thanks.
So if you have not watched White Lotus yet, sorry. But anyway, it's a wild season. It's not the best season, but it is a wild season.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Yeah, what's good?
Yeah,
What?
it's good. Oh, my headphones are way too loud. Oh my God, I just blew my ears off. Damn. Yeah, sometimes they kick in. They're not great headphones.
Or your ears.
Yeah. No, my hearing is actually not that bad. I mean, I do those tests all the time because I got a kid
All
and
the
they like to
time?
torture you because you're old.
What do you mean all the time?
Like they'll...
You have like a home kit?
No, you can just go online. You know when they play a tone and they're like, if you're between the ages of 15 and 19, you
Where
can
they got
hear
that?
this
Like
tone.
on YouTube?
Yes.
Can I find it? Okay, hold on.
And if you're between the ages of whatever, you should be able to hear
test.
this.
Is that
I've
what-
never done one of those. I
Hearing
wonder
test
how my
frequency?
ears would
Yeah,
actually be.
yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Were you surprised, Roz, at your
Oh
like
no, I'm
results?
not surprised because I'm right in the age demo where you shouldn't be able to hear things, and I've been, when you live this kind of life that we do, where you wear headphones for so many hours a day. That's why my headphones are always really, really low, right? Like really, really low. Like I barely need them. I just need them so I can hear stuff that like we play on the show and that kind of thing. But my headphones, I never cranked the volume on my headphones because I did just for so many years.
This is from Ear Gym.
Okay.
It says, in a few moments, a tone will begin playing.
Yeah.
Listen to the tone and press pause as soon as you can no longer hear it.
Okay. So we just say pause when we can no longer hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pause.
Wait. I can hear this. Oh, God. Oh, turn it down.
Tell me when it hits stop.
Wait. I can still hear that. I can still hear that. Oh, that's a terrible sound. Wait.
Gone.
Wait, gone.
Okay, I can still hear it. So you guys stopped in and around 47?
Yeah.
Can you guys still hear it?
Yep. Nope, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay, so 24.
What does that mean?
It says hearing age 24.
Yeah.
Hell
And what did I stop at?
You and Maurie stopped at 47.48.
Hey,
That's like legit accurate for us.
Hey.
I heard right up until 25.
That's not an accurate test, I don't think, because.
But also, I think we're wearing headphones.
The ones that I yeah. But I mean, I think that when you do these tests,
you have to wear headphones
with the
when you do
doctor.
them.
Yeah, you put headphones on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, all hearing tests you do. Didn't you have to do those in school? Didn't they drag you to the library to do hearing tests?
Yeah.
Did they stop doing that when you were in school?
Yeah, I never had to do that.
God, I remember that so well. You never had to do that, Mocha?
I don't think
Where
so.
you had to line up in the hallway in the library and they would just sit down and you'd put headphones on and they would do hearing tests on children? No.
And the Rorschach test.
Yeah, I think it was like
The
probably.
what?
The Rorschach.
You know, where
What's
they hold
that?
up ink, blots of ink on the tests.
What do you see in this picture?
Yeah. It was all
all
MK Ultra. I'm definitely I'm convinced that we were all MK Ultra when
What does
we
that
were
mean?
when we were
Yeah,
kids. What is MK Ultra?
Ultra?
Look it up later. It's a whole thing.
But you're supposed to educate us.
No. I'm afraid to talk about it in case I was MK Ultra. But they did some wacky stuff to us when we were kids, man. Like that does not happen to children now.
They cleaned our teeth.
Ultra was a human experimentation program designed and undertaken by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency to develop procedures and identify drugs that could be used during. Oh God!
Yeah, I'm telling you. They and Google.
Oh my God! Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Here's why we don't remember this.
Yeah.
Because I have here the start and end date.
Yeah.
For MK Ultra.
Yeah, which was what?
Start date 1953.
Yeah, end date
1964.
Oh, okay. That wasn't even I'm telling you, they were still MK Ultraing way after that. I promise you. Anyway, never mind that. Never mind.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So Pedro Pascal's doing a bunch of press because The Last of Us season 2 is coming out at some point real soon. Mm-hmm. And then also there's rumors that he might be hooking up with Jennifer Aniston.
No, for real?
They had a big long dinner, I guess, the other night. It was like 3 hours or something like that. I mean, they could be talking business, right? It always amazes me when like the super famous hook up and they go to really public places. Like that's deliberate. Like
you're not trying to keep a secret.
Like why not just?
What are they supposed to do? Hit the drive-through?
No, just go to somebody's house.
Mm-hmm.
What if you want to eat
like what Timothy
at a restaurant?
Chalamet used to do?
Yes,
with Kylie.
Yeah,
right?
Just go to her house, man. We ain't going to restaurants
But
for.
it doesn't matter. They get followed anyway.
They do get followed, and that brings me to my next thing, which is I don't know if you saw this, but there was a picture of Pedro Pascal in a Starbucks. Mm-hmm. And the paparazzi grabbed the picture, and then everybody zoomed in because you could see his order on the side of his cup.
Okay.
Right? And Pedro Pascal's order is an iced quad espresso with extra ice and 6 shots of espresso.
What? 6?
So
is that even legal?
Yeah.
So here
6 shots of espresso, Maria?
Here is Pedro Pascal on with Jimmy Kimmel.
You now are followed everywhere you go. Everything you do is examined. The paparazzi even, and I think this is quite fascinating, this was a viral thing. Oh, God. They got your coffee order and then zeroed in on an insane order, by the way.
Listen.
6, is that 6 extra shots or 6 total shots in one cup of coffee?
I cannot begin to tell you how violating this was.
Yeah,
dog. There's so much context to why it has become 6 shots of espresso. It was always a quad.
Uh-huh.
But then I feel like the cups got bigger and I don't know, the shots got less strong, and at some point it became 6, and it was an incredibly private morning ritual that I never wanted anyone to know about. I don't have more coffee for the rest of the day, I swear.
You have it all in one big gulp.
Yes.
Because this is not even coffee. This is a methachino at this point.
It's on nice. You sip it. You sip it. You get really high, and you answer emails and stuff.
You know, he could never, ever go to a coffee shop ever again. Like, as soon as he's recognized, they're going to be like, the usual?
Then it is violating, though. Like, I understand you're famous, you get your picture, everything else, right? Yeah, I'm in Starbucks, I'm in a public place, it's totally fine. But when they zoom in on your order, right, and they find out just how particular about things.
Yeah.
That is really, like, that's violent, especially when it is 6 shots of espresso iced coffee. Now, is that, I don't even know what that looks like. Is it a big cup or a little cup?
Oh, it'd have to be a big cup.
It's a big cup. It's
But
a
shots of
see-through
espresso aren't big.
No, but all the extra ice and stuff.
Is that what it is? It's
Yeah.
like it's a big
You
cup?
can see in the picture he's holding, like, it looks like a grande cup.
Oh, but is it one of the clear ones?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I gotcha. Damn, that's a lot of espresso, man.
Damn, Mando.
I just found it fascinating that he orders his own coffee. It said Pedro on the sticker.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't even give him a fake name. Yeah,
they probably
I'd say,
don't.
if I was hooking up with Jennifer Aniston, I'd tell him my name was Ben Affleck.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What's up, everybody?
What?
Hey.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry,
Maria.
What?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Hey, sorry. Hey. Sorry, I'm tired.
What time did you get to bed last night?
10:30.
It's all right.
That's not too bad. No, I've gotten better.
Gotten better?
Yeah.
You FaceTime with your man every night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's because, like, I had spin class yesterday. I taught 2 classes back to back. I'm just, like, burnt out today. I got another 2 spin classes tonight.
Why don't you FaceTime with your guy at 2?
Because he's, like, training at that time.
Clue.
Sorry. Aww.
Yeah, Maria, you have to keep track of what you tell us off the show versus what you say on the show.
Yeah, because you've laid out some weird. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to. And then all of a sudden you're like, he's training.
We'll provide a list on the website of guesses.
That'll be the new game.
But we don't even know. It could be backgammon.
Yeah, like he
Right?
could play chess.
Yo, forget Secret
For all
Sound.
you know.
Yeah.
Secret man.
Yeah. Right?
Well, like it's just yeah.
It's not necessarily hockey.
No, who said that?
No, I'm just saying.
And we know what he looks like in sweatpants. Clue 2.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Maria's like, I'm never saying anything ever
No,
again.
I'm not.
We said then don't. Literally.
Facts. You brought this on yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, honestly, I tend to bring on a lot of these things by myself.
Yeah, because you go into the bubble, right? Like you go into the new romance bubble. You go into the lying on your back, FaceTiming with the new guy bubble. Like you say so much, right?
Forgot where that was going for a second.
Say,
Yeah, Shab, easy, bro.
You say so much, and your life is like outside of the show is advancing so far beyond what you say on the show. So, like, what you say on the show is your relationship with this guy like a month ago. Like, the two haven't caught up yet.
No, I need to start putting
Right?
Post-its on my computer.
You know what it's like? It's like you are a Netflix show, right? But you are like on episode 7, right? We're only on episode 2.
If that.
Yeah.
We're halfway
Right?
through episode 1.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And
But yeah,
so,
like you guys only have like the basics.
So just no spoilers, Maria. Okay.
No. Okay, no spoilers.
Right?
Yeah, you have to remember. You need to keep a list.
You need
I
to keep a
do.
list.
Yeah.
I do.
It's because it can't be up to us.
Radio versus non-radio.
Yeah, it can't be up to us to do that stuff.
Yeah, you're very right.
Yeah. Oh, I fell asleep weird on the couch last night while Catherine was watching a show.
Weird.
And
Okay,
my
hold
back,
on. You
my
fell
back
asleep
hurts.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, let me guess. You were sitting on the couch, you fell asleep, and then you leaned over to one side so your legs are still on the floor, but your body's on the couch.
Were you in a fetus position?
A fetus?
Or what? Or a feet is a fetal?
Maria, just
Sorry.
stop talking.
Stop. Yeah. Yeah.
So were your legs on the couch and you were on the
Fetus
floor?
clue.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, I was training Maria. No, I fell asleep with my head all the way back, right?
Yeah.
Like on the back of the couch. And then I didn't even know I'd fallen asleep. And then Catherine woke me up. And then she scooched down the couch. And then she always does this thing where she scooches down to the corner. And then she just taps her ass right? And to me, what that means is like grab a pillow, throw it against my ass, and you can lay on my ass, right?
Oh, so she wasn't like that. You sure that wasn't a signal?
Bro, the way I looked, no. Oh, okay. Nobody was horny for that.
So embarrassing.
My beard was all pushed to one side, right? Like my mouth was open. I woke up and I was like, hey, right? Like I had. There was no moisture left in my body at all, right?
Lord of mercy.
So I did that, and then I scooched down, and then I put my legs in, and Roxy was doing homework at the table at the time, so I had like the whole half of the couch to myself. But then when I woke up, like Roxy wanted to come and watch something Catherine was watching while I was asleep, and so she sat on the other side where my legs are, but then she just sat like on my legs, right? And so I woke up bent the wrong way. Like it was like, you know when you twist a towel, right? One end goes one way and one side goes the other way? It was like Roxy twisted my legs this way and Catherine was twisting my head the other way.
Oh.
So I woke up twisted.
Oh, God.
Right? Like I was staring at imagine waking up staring at your own ass.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
Well.
That's Maury. That's how I didn't say going to bed staring at your own ass. I said waking up staring at your own ass. But that's how I woke up. And now my back is like so incredibly sore.
Maury massage now.
No, stop it.
On my way.
Runs.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I found this yesterday and I thought it was just so incredibly interesting. So I started to think that maybe Michael Jackson didn't in fact die from a propofol overdose like we all believed.
Okay.
So this is from in the early 2000s when Michael was still with us. And they call it a rider. This is the thing that artists send out to promoters and venues and airlines and everything else. All their accommodations that they need met in order for them to sort of go on tour, play at that venue, everything else. This is why you always hear the crazy things that artists need backstage and all this stuff, right? So this was from 2003 with Michael Jackson. And we know that the story is that he died from a propofol overdose, which was incredible. And it was terrible and devastating.
This is 6 years before he died.
Yes. So I'm starting to think maybe it might have been something else or something else might have contributed to it.
Okay.
Because I have Michael Jackson's demands when he flew private. Okay. So these are, he would rent a plane or charter a plane. This was the instructions to the people operating the plane of everything that Michael Jackson needed on the plane in order to fly around the world or next door, whatever it was. Food, breakfast, KFC original chicken breasts, mashed potatoes, corn, biscuits, scrambled eggs with strawberry jelly, gravy, and spray butter. Salmon lox, low-fat bagels, low-fat cream cheese, fruit plate, and a whole fruit, especially oranges, grapefruits, apples, and bananas. Lunch, KFC original chicken breasts, mashed potatoes, gravy on the side, corn on the cob, biscuit with strawberry jelly, and spray butter.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner, KFC original chicken breasts, mashed potatoes, gravy on the side, corn on the cob, biscuits, strawberry jelly, and spray butter.
They said he wasn't black.
To drink, white wine served in a Diet Coke can.
Oh, yo. Yo, that's why he's the king right there.
Love
Wow.
that.
Right? He also of note, he likes big red gum. Okay? But I am like, bro, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. KFC original chicken breast, mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, biscuits, and gravy.
Don't forget the spray butter.
Yes. All 3 meals.
Don't forget the spray butter.
Then spray butter. Like, are you spraying it just on the whole thing?
Why not?
Like
Listen, if you're going that far,
they put the
with the
plate
food
in front of you, and you just grab the can and just douse the whole meal with it.
That plane must smell delicious.
Delicious.
Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, when's that Will Smith album coming out? Is it Friday?
Will Smith? Yeah, I think so. I think it's Friday.
I forgot he was doing one.
Yeah.
I found this clip of him recording a song in the studio.
A new song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Now, the audio sounds a little off because it hasn't been like finalized and whatever, the way it was recorded, right? But here's Will Smith recording a new track for the album.
Let me see. Try something. Yo, nobody building statues for critics. They just talk about what you did, how you did it, how you move. Was he smooth? Was he fluid? How they gonna tell you how to do it when they ain't do it? I turn the volume down cause they too loud with their opinions. I just drown them out, I turn the sound up on my engines. They acting famous, but their name is barely ever mentioned. I'm free press, see the way I make them pay attention. Attention, it's the return of the GOAT, the people's champ, and I fought off the ropes. And I don't even walk anymore, I just float. Oh, you still talking, young boy? Just take notes.
I find that I'm giving him a lot of sort of leeway because he is, in fact, Will Smith, right? You know, when I listen to it. But at its core, I think it's he's a SoundCloud rapper at best.
Yeah, I don't think it's a Will Smith that, I don't know if there's a space in music right now for him.
I don't.
And for this, I'll give the album a listen, but probably once. Just out of curiosity, but it's not going to stay on my playlist.
It's a huge mistake for Will Smith because I do really believe that there are a lot of people that would clamor for a Will Smith album. If Will Smith did an unbelievably fun album with Jazzy Jeff, where they did another. I don't mean you need to go back to Parents Don't Understand. But I think
fun rap.
Another Miami,
Wild West.
Wild West.
Yeah.
I think that Men in Black. I think there's an audience for that. I think Will Smith, especially after the slap and stuff like this, I think that he's really, really chasing cred. And I think that he thinks in his head that he is on that same level as a rapper, as Kanye, Jay-Z, Drake, Kendrick Lamar. I think that he believes that he is.
Well, because he's probably being told that. No one's, everyone's afraid to say no.
But there's no self-awareness in it, right?
Yeah, I would rather see a Will Smith movie than listen to a Will Smith album.
Yeah, but I think that he could have had a hit. I think, not a hit album, but I think that he could have had a lot of fun. I think that if he came back and was like, yo, there was a space that I created in this genre, a space that was fun and it was family friendly and everybody agreed on it. No matter what genre of music you were into, guess what? Everybody loved a Will Smith track. And I think he could have come back and reclaimed that space.
I don't disagree with you at all. But do you think that part of his thinking is if I come back and I'm too fun and I'm too bubbly, people are going to assume that I don't take my past actions seriously enough, and I'm trying to skate it. Do you know what I mean? I'm with you. Wild Wild West, Will Smith, Miami Will Smith. I would love for him to stay in that lane. Yeah. But I wonder if he's saying to himself, no, I got to be more real, air quotes, and authentic, air quotes, and be a little bit more serious.
Then he should have done a ballad.
I think that the best way to have done it was to do a classic fun Will Smith album. Mm-hmm. I think that would have been the best way to rehab his reputation. To do a party album. I really do. I really do, because I think that that's where a lot of people go back to the nostalgia of the way that they remember Will Smith.
Mm-hmm. But where are you listening to a fun party Will Smith album? Where are you going to listen to that?
It doesn't matter. The only thing Will Smith wants to do, because he's never done it, is a headlining tour, which is the whole reason for this album. Oh, of course. Is so he can go out on tour this summer, because that's the one thing he never got when he was selling all those records was a tour, right? And I think that if you're going to do that, if the purpose of it is to stand on a stage in front of people screaming at you, do something fun. Yeah. Give them the Will Smith that they never got back in the day.
Yeah, this isn't
This ain't it.
I think he's trying to sound very modern school, though.
Yeah,
like that beat is very modern. It's very now.
Yeah, and it's not him.
No, it's not him. It's not him.
Right?
At all. Yeah. I think it was a miss. I think he's got some bad advice.
But we'll see what happens when the album drops on Friday.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Seth Rogen and Catherine O'Hara are in a new Apple show called The Studio.
What's that about? I saw the picture for it.
Did you watch it, Maury?
Yes, it's epic. So
first two episodes are out now, right?
What kind of studio? When they say the
studio, movie studio. So Seth Rogen plays the executive who's in charge of green lighting stuff, and Catherine O'Hara plays the person who used to run the company that Seth took over for.
Gotcha. Hollywood stuff.
Hollywood.
Right? Okay.
Big time Hollywood. Okay. It looks hilarious. It also looks messy.
Yeah.
And so many cameos.
Are there?
Oh my God.
Is it a spoiler if you say, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know Catherine Hahn is in it. That's not a spoiler because she's in the trailer.
Yeah.
And Bryan Cranston is also in it.
Oh, nice.
Not a
Okay.
spoiler because he's in the trailer. Dan Maurie catching up with Seth Rogen and Catherine O'Hara.
Amazing. Seth, Catherine, it is so good to see you. Canada's in the house.
Yay! God bless you.
We did it.
Yay. Okay, this show is absolutely fantastic. It may be one of the best shows I've seen ever. It's so good. Somebody was quoted as saying, it's hilarious, it hurts. Are you at all concerned that people might hurt themselves watching this show?
Don't watch it while you're cooking or cutting vegetables or
alone.
Yeah, standing near boiling water alone. Have a partner, have a buddy system in place just in case. But I could only hope someone gets hurt watching comedically, for comedic reasons.
So his laugh, iconic laugh, Seth Rogen, right? Yeah. Do we get his iconic laugh in the first 2 episodes, Maury?
Oh, like in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert.
I read, and I want you to, if there's a story behind this and the truth behind this, did Martin Scorsese say that you guys said the F word too many times?
He did. Yeah, we were shooting and we were kind of pitching jokes. And there's a point where he goes, I should have taken, I'm like, we're having conflict over his movie. And he says, I should have taken this movie to Apple in the first place. And we were like, say Apple. And he's like, really? And we were like, yeah. And he's like, there's so much swearing in this. You guys swear so much. And we were like, we swear so much? Yeah. Like, where do you think we got it from? Like, literally, I think his movies have more swear words than actually any movie that has ever been produced. So it was a real badge of honor, I thought, when he thinks we're excessive in our performance.
Yeah, when you have somebody like Scorsese telling you that you swear too much.
Bro, I watched The Departed this week. And I know it was made a few years ago, but like the swearing and language in that movie is actually shocking to hear because you don't hear it anymore.
Oh, really? Shocking to hear now.
So to hear
with today's ears.
Yeah, to hear him say that there's too much swearing, now I'm very intrigued.
With this show, the studio, by the way, Dan Maurie talking to Catherine O'Hara and Seth Rogen. Was this stuff, do you know, Maurie, was it taken from like real life like Hollywood situations?
So I asked that, and they said that it's sort of based off real stuff, but then exaggerated. Yes. We all have this image in our mind of what Hollywood is really like, and watching the studio, I wonder, oh my God, is this really what it's like? So how much of this series do you think reflects reality?
Pretty much all of it. Like, honestly, like we really tried to, put it against the test of like, do we as people who've worked in Hollywood for a big part of our lives, like, do we believe this stuff would actually happen? And do we believe these are actual conversations that would take place, actual arguments that would be happening behind closed doors, actual desires that these people would have? And, it gets heightened in moments, as far as like the exact specifics of the circumstances. But I'd say in general, it's all based on reality.
All right, Big up Catherine O'Hara and Seth Rogen for joining us on the show today. The studio is on Apple TV. First 2 episodes are out right now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes. Hello.
Morning.
All right, hang on.
Calm down. Time to get it off your chest right now. Maybe you should talk about your problems. It's Roz and Mocha better moments.
Then to moments on the Roz and Mocha Show, you don't have to give your name, although you can if you want, if you ain't scared. This is the part of the show where whatever's on your mind, whatever's been eating away at you, and you need that outlet. We are the outlet for you to get it off your chest and just say what it is that you want to say.
All right. This one's going to be a little bit touchy. This is going to go out to all the viewers out there, all the Roz and Mocha fans, all the 92.5 fans.
Okay.
Guys, it absolutely drives me crazy when listeners call in and they're asked who is their favorite, and they sit there for 45 minutes humming and hawing on who's their favorite. 99.9%, that's a lenient number. 99.9% of the listeners that call in with you guys have listened to your show minimum for at least a week.
Okay.
At least a week. We'll say at least a week.
Sure.
And you guys can't pick who is your favorite host, like Roz or Mocha. Like, why are you calling in and not knowing your answer right off the hop? You should be able to spit out that answer right away. You're just, we don't got time to hear your whole story on how it happened and how you turned over and how it was Roz one day and then all of a sudden I was changing diapers and it changes over and it was Mocha the next day. And
why I gotta be
Roz
diaper
or Mocha,
guy?
and let's get on with it.
Okay.
This can't go on. This is traumatizing. It's like Why are you guys sitting there humming and hawing? The worst is when I change the channel because I don't want to sit there and listen to somebody hum and haw. I come back to the channel and they're still humming and hawing.
Do you not think, though, caller, that there's a chance that maybe, and I'm not trying to contradict you at all, but I suspect that there are some people who may have their answer, but once they're actually on the phone with Mocha and I, they get nervous that...
No, Raj, you're making up excuses. I know you're trying to stick up for the listener right now, and I know you have the same feelings inside you, because when you're sitting there and you're listening to the guy hum and haw, and he can't decide, and then he throws out the answer of, oh, it's both of you. No, it can't be both of you. It's got to be one or the other. We already know that it's got to be one or the other. You can't sit there and say both and think that you guys are going to accept it. It's not going to happen.
But I think that people think that they're going to hurt our feelings. I really do.
There's no hurting feelings here. It's not about hurting feelings. It's about picking Roz or Mocha.
True.
How many years? 15, 20 years on the radio?
Yeah,
you guys can't pick, it's going to be Roz or Mocha.
Yeah.
It's like going to a burger joint or McDonald's. You got 4 people in front of you. Everybody's staring at the menu while they're sitting there waiting to order. And then the guy in front of you gets to the menu after half an hour waiting in line, and he still doesn't know whether he's picking the Big Mac or he's picking a filet of fish.
First of all, I don't think anybody, what kind of weirdo stands there and tries to decide between a Big Mac and filet of fish? Like, those two things should not be contradictory in your mind. It's either a fish day or a burger day.
100%, but you're going to get those guys that are going to be in the front of the line that still don't know. Exactly. So that's my issue right now.
Yes.
That's my issue. You're calling the radio show, you got to be prepared.
Right.
You got to be ready to go. You want your 15 seconds of fame, you got to do it.
By the way, Mocha's filet of fish in this situation.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yeah, I'm Big Mac.
Gross. No, stop.
100%. A guy like Mocha, you're going to expect a filet of fish from a guy like Mocha.
Whoa, WTF.
Yeah, you're totally filet of fish. I'm Big Mac.
Okay, listen, man. How long have you been listening to the Roz and Mocha Show for?
Honestly, I lost count after 10 years or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just there. It's part of my life. Every morning I listen to it. I encourage everybody to listen to it. It's just a great show.
How long has this been triggering for you? How long has this been bothering you for?
Honestly, it's been a long time. It's been a super long time, and it just irks me, and I get revved up every time. Oh my God, you're asking me? Oh my God, both of you. I don't know. It's like it's not your first time listening to the show. How do you not know?
Yeah.
How do you not know, Roz and Mocha? It's like one of the two. You got to go. You got to take the plunge just right away. As soon as you call in, listeners. As soon as you call in. If you don't know whether you're picking Roz or Mocha, you should be calling in.
Yeah. Do you feel better after your vented moment?
I do, because I hope that we can straighten this whole situation out. We can't go on like this, guys.
No.
We can't go on like this.
No, we can't.
All right. Appreciate you. Love you. Unfortunately,
No problem.
we've run out of time, and I can't even ask.
Oh, my God. Don't put me under the pressure, Mocha. I don't know who to pick.
I didn't even ask. Have a great day, sir.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Stephanie, hello. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Stephanie has this question for us. Do you guys follow the best before dates? I realize I'm using mustard that, quote, went bad last July and almond milk that went bad in January. Last year, I used margarine for months past the expiration date. Thoughts?
There's a whole difference. There's like a sell before date, expiration date. Like there's a whole bunch of different dates. Yeah, right? Like I'll tell you 2 things that you don't want to eat that are bad. And I always forget that they can go bad. But when you eat it, it tastes rancid.
Which is?
A cracker.
Uh-huh.
You ever had a bad cracker?
Don't they just go like soft?
No, they taste like they taste like acid.
Really?
Like when you eat a bad saltine that's been there too long,
Like
when
how bad
when
are
you
we
eat
talking?
it like bad, like run to the bathroom, spit it out, and hope you don't throw up bad.
No.
Yeah. The other thing is nuts.
Really?
Nuts. Yeah. I've had old nuts and
still do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so glad.
Anyway.
Roz, I'm so glad you said that.
Why?
Simply because it gave me an opportunity to have this on file now for the rest of our lives.
I've had old nuts. I've had old nuts. Anyway, I think that when it comes to, meats and stuff like that, like anything that you can tell has a very finite, shelf life, use your better judgment. If you think it's off, throw it away, right? If it smells a little tiny bit off, throw it away.
Like
if
yogurt,
it feels, but like yogurt,
or milk, obviously anything like
fine.
Dairy. Medicine.
Is it though?
I use
like how
expired pills all the my Tylenol expired last year.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
I think that's fine. But if you said like 10 years ago, I wouldn't trust it.
No, but what's going to happen?
I think it makes it better.
Is there any scientific proof to that, though? Maury?
It's not wine. It's Ativan.
Yeah. Bottled in 1997.
Do I follow them? Yeah, for the most part, I think that I'll look at stuff, but with stuff, with mustard, no.
Yeah, same. Condiments, no. My wife will, though. Like it doesn't matter what it is.
Oh,
if
really?
It is on the day.
Yeah.
As soon as that day passes, gone.
But it's not an expiry day, though.
I know, but that's how
right?
her and like her side of the family, my mother-in-law's the same way, my sister-in-law's the same way. Yeah.
Because a lot of those dates aren't even for you. They're for the store, right? Like the sell before date, or however it's worded, it's not for customers. That's for the store. That's when they're supposed to switch out inventory,
I
right?
would think
like
that in the condo, Maury, I would think that Matthew is the person that pays attention to those dates and will get rid of anything past that
he's
day.
the worst with that. The absolute worst. And I'll say it expired yesterday. We're fine.
Yeah.
Pesto tastes bad, whether it's good or bad.
If you open up a jar of pesto and there's like fuzzy mold on the top.
Oh, for sure.
Then
but
if
it looks fine,
then it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
When I was
agree.
in Portugal, cheese had mold on it. They just cut the mold off and continue eating the cheese.
Yeah, for sure.
Shem, are you that type of person?
I'm that type of person my parents hated. They think it's just a waste of food, right?
Really?
Like they just figured like if it doesn't have mold, and even if it does, like Maury said, just cut it off. Cut it off and eat it.
Yeah, I used to do that with bread when I was a kid. Like if there was no bread in the house and one piece had like a little bit of mold on it, whatever.
Oh, my dad's the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, just I was sometimes if it was just a little tiny bit of mold, I wouldn't even take it off. I would just I would just toast it.
Not gross, no.
Right?
Stephanie, there you go. Thanks for
Ross
listening to the
didn't
Roz
finish
and Mocha
telling us
Show.
about his old nuts.
Shut up, Maury.
These?
Stop
I've
it.
had
Old nuts. Old nuts. Stop it.
Stephanie, you are the best. Appreciate you. Love you. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
I usually go back and forth, but I'm going to go with Roz this time.
Cool, thanks. Old nuts.
All right.
Yeah, no explanation.
Nickname alert.
Love you, Steph. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Old nuts.
These nuts. Got him. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jelly Roll performing in Toronto over the weekend.
Oh, yeah?
And so much love for this guy. It was an incredible show. And he always just puts on a banger of a show.
Jelly Roll is one of those names that you take a real chance on, right? It works great if you get super famous like he did.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But it doesn't work that well if it's only like your friends that you're trying to convince to call you Jelly Roll. You know?
Yeah.
Like having thousands of people yell jelly? That's awesome.
I know.
It's the best. That's so good.
Yeah, dude. The crowd loved it. Man, he had like everybody in that place singing at the top of their lungs.
That's great.
Listen to this.
Helped you in any way in your life before? Would you please sing it with me tonight at the top of your lungs? Somebody
Beautiful.
me for myself has been so long living here.
Yo, I saw people in the crowd like both men and women.
Sure.
Tears.
Absolutely.
Absolute tears. David Maury catching up with fans outside of the Jelly Roll show afterwards.
I only talk to God when I need a favor.
It was fantastic, absolutely amazing. My husband's been a fan since before he was famous, and it was great to see. This was a Christmas present for him.
What did you think of the show?
It was really good. I'm not
she's in
actually big country, but he did some covers. Biz Markie, Eminem. Like, okay, Jelly, I see you. He came out. He's lost some weight. He looks fabulous. And he just has this charm about him that you'd want to have a beer with him and just, hang out. He's a good guy. I would big spoon him.
Oh, wow.
Like, he could be the little spoon. I would big spoon him.
I threw my phone out of the window. I'm so
I didn't expect it to be that good. You know what I mean? Honestly, he connected with a lot of people on an emotional level, just talking from the heart. And that was one thing that I really respect about his music is if you don't know, once you listen, you'll understand.
Oh my God, I see tears in your eyes.
There actually was tears in my eyes.
I knew it, the emotion from Jelly Roll.
Yeah, it was amazing. When he started playing some Green Day, I just let go. After that, it was amazing. Everything was awesome.
All right, you're leaving the Jelly Roll show. What did you think of that concert?
Oh, loved it. Great show.
Emotional, spiritual, absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah. Country music in Canada, baby. Let's go. You know why? Because he comes from the bottom, and he's a real all these other people think they're untouchable and whatnot. He's real.
I loved it because he was so real. He's so raw. For anybody that had a hard time, he speaks for the boys, and that's what we're about, So he got a heart of gold. He wears his heart on his sleeve in his music, and we're just talking about this today. If anybody were to be famous, he deserves to be famous. It's him.
I am not okay. I'm barely getting by. I'm losing all. It was absolutely amazing. It was beautiful. He brings so much presence to the stage and so much emotion. He's a people person, and he obviously cares about, we celebrated people's sobriety, which is absolutely amazing because it's one of the hardest things to accomplish is getting sober.
You look like a man that wants to sing some Jelly Roll for me.
Somebody save me from myself. I've been so
wow.
There we go.
To the man, Jelly Roll!
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Sydney, hello, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man, how are you?
Oh, bro, honestly, this is crazy because I've been listening to you guys from the beginning.
Ah, buddy, appreciate you. Okay, really quick, let me read this text. By the way, the whole crew's here. Roz is here, I'm Mocha, Maria's here, Shem's here, and damn it, Maurie is here as well.
What up?
All right, Sydney says this, you guys are the best. I feel like I'm a part of the group. I've been listening to the show since the beginning. I listen to Roz and Mocha Reloaded before the show starts. I listen to the show until 10. I listen to the podcast. It brings me a lot of joy and has definitely helped me on some of the mornings where I don't feel as good as I should, but I persevere and it helps me. So, Sydney, one time for Sydney, by the way. Big up, Sydney.
Yes.
Big up, Sydney. What's your life like right now, man? How's everything?
Hey, you know what, man? Just living the good life, trying to do the best that I possibly can,
Yeah.
Go to work, do what you got to do, and not everything is the best as it could be all the time, but you know what? Keep fighting, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. What's not the best right now? You good to talk about it?
No. It's nothing crazy. It's just, it's different things get you down.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's your work, you want to change in life, you try to figure out a different avenue to go through or whatnot.
Yeah. I know sometimes we hear that from people where they're like, X is going wrong in my life, whether it's work or family or something. And then they throw on the podcast, the Roz and Mocha Show podcast, and they're like, all my worries are just temporarily disappear for that brief moment in time. So we thank you very much, Sydney, for sharing your time with us. That's amazing. Since the whole crew is here and you've listened since the beginning, and this is your first time on the show, is there anything you've ever wanted to ask about the show, about any of us, about the podcast, anything at all?
I mean, like I said, I feel like I'm part of the group. So, I understand Maurie's financials sometimes have issues.
Somebody has to.
Yeah. Yeah, what else?
I don't. Blood life sometimes is on the rocks, but, things are getting better.
Yeah. Yo, I don't know if you've caught up on the podcast yet, but she got a new man in her life. She's dating now.
I've heard that, yep.
Yeah? What do you know about Cheesecake, Shem? What do you want to say about him?
Well, I mean, Shem's a multi-talented guy,
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Okay, what do you want to say about Roz?
I was going to ask Roz, how's my phone sound?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a 6.
I don't know, bro. I can hear you fine. 10 out of 10 from me.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. So, I love the show for that reason. Roz is that straight shooter guy that just tells you how it is. There's no sugarcoating crap, and I love that.
Also, no, it's actually you're like a 6'8". You're like a 6'8" on the phone right now. I
got a boost. Woo!
Yeah, you did. You got a boost.
And you guys are awesome. Living your lives and doing what you guys do. You know what I mean? You should be very proud how much joy that you actually bring into the world.
Buddy, we appreciate you, man.
So,
and before
you're back down to a 6.
Oh, no.
Yo, Sydney, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Hands down, pants down, my boy Roz.
There we go.
All right.
Hey.
One time for Sydney once again. Dog, you have no idea how much we appreciate you and you sharing your time with us daily. We love you. Have an amazing day, okay?
All right, you too. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Kara, it's Roz and Mocha.
Oh, hey.
Kara, you are out in North Bay, right?
Yeah, in North Bay.
Kara, welcome back from Cancun.
Thank you.
We talked to Kara. She sounds a lot more calm right now because the last time she was on the show, Kara, along with her kids, her 3 boys, teenage boys, and her parents were on their way to Cancun. And at the time, Kara was just at the airport, stressed the hell out.
It was a
because
nightmare.
everyone was kind of like doing their own thing, not paying attention. Kara had to be the adult out of all 7 of you.
9 of us. There was 9 of us.
9 of you in order to keep things on track, get everyone safe to Cancun.
And
it was chaos.
wasn't it also like somebody's first time traveling?
My parents hadn't traveled in like 15 years.
Right.
And they hadn't, and you know, they're in their 70s. So
Did your dad lost his boarding pass a bunch of times, right?
My mom did too.
Yeah. Don't forget about mom. She lost it too, Mocha.
Okay, so Kara, you were stressed, and we talked to you right before you got on the plane. Give us the rundown. Tell us everything. Don't leave out any details. Like what happened from the time you got on the plane? Like was everything okay at that point at all?
No. I can't tell you how many times I looked up and just said, Lord, take me now. Like I could not. 0 stars out of 5. Do not recommend traveling with parents and children.
No.
It will never happen again. And from the moment we got to Mexico and to our resort, which was gorgeous, by the way, I was putting out fires all over the place. When we finally got into my parents' room, it was the most beautiful room I'd ever seen in my life. And my mom was like, I don't think this is the new building like they said it was because look at the cracks and the marbling on the floor. I was like, are you kidding me right now? My kids are the whitest kids you've ever seen. Like they're see-through.
Yeah.
And I just spent most of the time chasing them around with sunscreen and trying to keep them out of the sun. And it still didn't work. They all blistered.
Oh, no.
My father... I don't know if you remember that I told you he bought his own 40s of rye.
Oh,
at
right.
the airport.
Yes, right.
Oh, yeah. He hooked it up at the duty free.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, at the duty free. So he can't walk to begin with. Like he is a man who has just been completely beaten his whole life. And his ankle pops out every time he walks. So he had a hell of a time. He couldn't get through the airport, refused a wheelchair, refused any kind of help. So he carried those 3 bottles of rye around so that he could have his Wisers at the resort in case they didn't have it. So anytime we went somewhere and I finally got them there, he would leave to go back to the room to get his drinks. But he kept forgetting what building he was in. He would get on the first day, he got on a cart to go back to the room. And he's like, I'm just going to go back to the room and I'm going to do my puzzles for a while on the balcony and I'm going to have a couple of drinks. Like, great. Yeah. An hour later, I go walking to get the kids something to eat, and I see him flying by on the golf cart, and he yells, what building am I in? So he had been riding around on the golf cart on the resort for a good hour.
Hey, what about your kid, the oldest? You said he went to the duty free at the airport to buy cologne, right? Because I guess maybe he thought he was gonna pick up, hook up, whatever. What was his status of his Cancun trip?
I had to kind of follow them around to make and pull drinks out of his hands because he kept finding ways to get drinks. And
how old was he? How old is he?
He's 15.
Oh,
and
wow.
then the other ones are older, right? Like they're of age. So they were hooking him up too, right? Like they were like, we got you. So I kept, following around trying to pull drinks out. And like, there was a time where I saw them with a group of girls and they're like, we're just going to go down to the beach. And I said, I will bust every single one of your kneecaps, all 3 of you, if you do anything that you shouldn't do.
So when people are traveling with a big crew like that and they think of they're going on vacation, you have this sort of fantasy in your head that you will at some point get a moment to just sit unwind, and allow what a place like that is supposed to do to a person like you, which is just sort of wash away the problems. Did that happen at all?
I guess I had alone time in the shower.
Oh, girl.
Girl,
Like,
you need a vacation.
I did. You know what I did? I went to the spa once, and that was great. But it's just I got punished for it when I got out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was just like, okay, you went to the spa, now go find this, go deal with this.
Quickly before we let you go, normally when people go to Cancun and they go on a vacation at an all-inclusive, that day you have to come home, they're sort of dreading it because you never got that moment to relax everything else. Was there a part of you that was just sort of happy the whole thing was just over?
Absolutely. Like I wasn't excited for the trip home because it's long and I knew what I was getting into, but I couldn't wait to get home because my kids were going to their dads and I was going to be by myself.
There it is. Yeah, there we go.
I just couldn't wait to get back to my house and be alone. But you know what? It wasn't all bad. There were a lot of great memories. I do have to say that, mostly for my kids. And I was so happy to see how happy it made them to be with their grandparents and each other, and that was great.
It's because it was open bar with a ton of girls. Yeah. The smiles weren't for Grammy and Grampy.
Well, the younger ones, yes, it was. The 10-year-olds.
Yes, sure.
The rest were just happy to be there and be able to get as many drinks as they wanted.
Yeah, it's called a thong, and they're everywhere.
Oh my God, they really are.
Yeah, that's why they're smiling. Okay, if you're wondering why, that's why.
Yeah, my kid would take off all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we'd be at dinner. He'd get up from the table and be gone for a good 40 minutes. We're like, where did you go? He's like, I had to run
Don't
back
ask.
to the room.
As a mother, you don't want to know.
Slap on more cologne. Thanks, Kara. Love you.
Yeah. Love you. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Seeker app.